Alright, hi Oliver. I'm Dino Krishnan from TV Patrol.
Hi.
First of all, welcome to the show business.
Thank you, thank you.
I know this question has been asked a lot. I feel na-asked na to a lot. Since you're entering the show business already, who do you want to collaborate with? Sino bang artista na gusto mo makatrabaho?
Okay, so there's probably two at the top of my head. First one would be Piolo Pascual, and the next one would be Kathryn Bernardo. I mean, I think everyone idolizes them, right? So, yeah, they seem like amazing artists, amazing people. From what I heard, I haven't met them yet personally, but I've heard they're amazing people. So if I'm fortunate enough to get any sort of project with them, or even just to meet them, I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, I know parang marami nagsasabi kung mukha mo si Piolo Pascual, and we can really see that. How do you feel that na ka nga na parang you really look like Piolo Pascual?
It's very flattering. I still remember college days was probably the first time people would say that. And, people would say jokes like, I'm the discount Papa P ng Cebu. So, yeah, I mean, it's flattering and I'm happy, and if it makes people happy, then I'm all for it.
Nakita na ba kayo ever?
Not yet in person.
Okay. One last question. Any genre you would work on with when you enter the show business?
So right now, I'm not quite sure yet. I do understand that when it comes to acting specifically, that there's a lot of time involved, workshops, classes, and stuff. And right now, I guess because of my current responsibilities in Cebu, I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna go there yet. But I trust the management at Cornerstone, my team. So what? Maybe in the future, I'm not closing any doors. So I guess we'll see what life has in store.
Sorry, I have to follow up with your answer a while ago. You said Kathryn Bernardo, right?
Yes.
There's like a mixed reaction about Kathryn Bernardo being single now and finally doing her own thing with show business. Do you think you're ready to, at least make Kathryn Bernardo a member?
I mean, right now, I'll just be happy just to meet her. Like, these people are people you used to see on TV. So I never would have imagined that I would ever get to see these amazing people in person. So, I'm just happy to make friends for now and just get to know everyone in the industry. That would be awesome.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Oliver.
Hello.
We know you trend because of especially for you. Can you share with us the story behind how you got into the segment and also how has your life changed?
What happened was a few days before the show, I got a call from their production team. They said they were looking for someone from Cebu. They asked me if I was free that coming Saturday. I thought about it for a little bit. I've never been on TV before. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it out. They said it's gonna be 15, 20 minutes. So they flew me out. I went on the show, and I guess, now we're here. And the way it's changed my life is, now finally I have a platform. I always wanted to share my advocacies with everyone, and I never really knew how to go about it. Which is why, I'm fortunate enough to be partnered with Cornerstone now, who could help me guide me through that.
My last question, have you always known that you wanted to be a lawyer? What do you think would have been your alternative career?
Well, when I was younger, I would always see lawyers on TV, with the cool black suits, with the cool black cars. I was like, yeah, I want to be that. But, you don't really know what it takes to be a lawyer. And I guess if I wasn't a lawyer, I probably would have pursued something in professional sports, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Oliver. I'm JT from Manila. First question, going back to your Showtime guesting. How did you feel na after that people became very curious about you when they started searching you on social media, and I'm sure you had an influx of followers right after that? Yes.
Well, it was pretty flattering. First off, it was definitely unexpected. I did not expect any of that to happen. So actually, right after the show, my friend passed me my phone, and it wouldn't stop vibrating, so it was pretty overwhelming. But how I feel about it is, I was surprised that people were happy, and again, especially my loved ones, my support. The fact that they're happy just makes me happy, so.
Did you think also na it was already a sign na pwede ka na mag-showbiz kasi from way back, di ba, trinay mo and then hindi pa natuloy. So parang perfect timing pa ito because of that. Showtime renting guesting?
Yeah, actually, sometimes, I guess in life, sometimes you just feel like the stars align. When I initially got the call a few days before the show, I actually checked my calendar and I saw that Saturday was free, but I actually had an important basketball game in Cebu. And I actually feel like if I noticed my calendar and I noticed that there was a game there, I probably would have said no. So because I forgot to put the game in my schedule, I said yes, and we're here.
What was it like also meeting Vice Ganda, Kim Chiu, all the stars in Showtime?
It's hard to put into words, no? Like, these are people that, again, you see on TV, and you never really think you'd ever meet in person. You never really think you'd be able to shake their hand. So, admittedly, I was a bit nervous on the show, like, making eye contact with them when they'd ask me questions and stuff. But again, super happy, super fortunate. They're amazing people. I was introduced to them backstage, so they're all amazing.
Sino pinaka-naging welcoming sa'yo among the stars of Showtime?
Probably all of them. So they all invited me to lunch with them after. They were super nice. They introduced themselves all to me. So, again, it was like probably one of the craziest moments of my life.
Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, Oliver.
Hello.
You seem so well-mannered and soft-spoken. How does that work for you as a lawyer?
Well, I guess, it's more just managing it. In the courtroom, you can be a bit more, how would I say it? Aggressive probably isn't the right word, but, a bit more stern. So, I was luckily grew up in a multicultural household, and you learn a lot about cultures, how to present yourself and stuff. So I guess I was trained well by my parents, like how to speak.
So there's another side that's not here.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in court and you're representing a client, all your fidelity goes to your client. So, if you have to be a bit more aggressive with your words, then, work will require you to do that. But of course, always professional, always polite at the same time.
Okay, tapos kanina binanggit mo din na you're happy to have a platform to promote your advocacy. But you also be doing movies ba, TV, recording? What exactly yung showbiz part ng contract mo with Cornerstone?
So right now I understand that Cornerstone is very multifaceted. I understand that they also handle a lot of actors and singers. Right now I just really want to focus on stuff like content creation, influencing. I know that they have a huge influencer or content creator group, so I'd like to focus on that. But again, we never know. We never know what's going to happen in life, right? Like, maybe acting is in my future. I honestly don't know yet. But I really trust the team at Cornerstone to guide me towards wherever I'm going in the industry.
Have you figured out paano mo ibabalansa yung oras mo between showbiz and yung pagiging abogado?
So I was thinking about that a lot the last 3 weeks, and which is why my conversations with Cornerstone were all about, how I'm gonna balance everything, which is why I really believe that if I'm gonna do this, I really need a good management team. So I spoke to Erickson, I spoke to Jeff and everyone, and I realized that they're the perfect partner for me if I really want to be able to balance my responsibilities back in Cebu and try my hand in the industry.
And now, nasa Cebu ka pa, do you plan to lumipat dito sa Maynila? Live here?
Well, when I'm fortunate enough to get some projects here, or anything to do here, maybe it's hosting, maybe it's content creation here, maybe it's an endorsement deal. If I'm fortunate enough for that, then I'm more than willing to fly in and out for that. So I'll keep it flexible for now, for sure.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Oliver. I'm Natalie. Actually, I'm Cebuano also like you, so may hapon.
May hapon.
Oh. Kasi gusto na i-drop ko daw yung Bisaya part. Okay, so,
It's working.
ako na yata Bisaya dito. So. But anyway, Oliver, kasi you're the latest among Cebuanos to join showbiz. Yeah, Beauty Gonzalez, Mateo Gutierrez, Kim Chiu. Are you friends with any of them? And may nasabi ba silang advice?
Well, I was introduced to all the hosts at Showtime, so I was introduced to Kim Chiu, one of them. So I would consider her, including all the other hosts, as a friend. I've never been formally introduced to Mateo, but I actually saw him the other weekend at Ironman Cebu. So I know, he has a very similar advocacy of loving sport and fitness. So right now, not yet. Maybe in the future, I get to meet other people from Cebu or other people in the industry in general. So I'd love to get some advice, be able to pick their brains a little bit on like how to work around the industry.
Okay. And you mentioned na hindi naman acting talaga muna, not yet hosting. So, pero what made you decide to sign up with Cornerstone? And ano talaga yung, what's the reason really na parang pursuing, you're exploring this side or entertainment side sa Manila?
So, after I was able to consult with my friends, my family, we realized that now there might be a platform. Again, this was all unexpected. People started following me on Instagram and reaching out. There were a lot of opportunities coming in. And honestly, I didn't know if I had the time personally to manage all of those opportunities, a lot of emails coming in, text messages and calls. So when I was weighing all my options, there were some offers on the table. So I was able to speak with Erickson and their team multiple times. So just why I decided, if I'm going to try this challenge, which is the showbiz industry, I feel like Cornerstone was the best partner for me.
Or before ba, hindi ka pa ba na, hindi ka ba na-recruit or
Wala lang. Outside of 12 years ago, when Erickson did reach out, I wasn't recruited in the past for show business at all.
So, since your family is here, may I know what's the reaction to all of this? Yung interest sa'yo, with the people, the sudden popularity?
Yeah, so actually my family was probably just as surprised as I was at the time. But of course, they're always super supportive, as they've always been, no matter what I decided to pursue in my life. So, which is why they're here. They flew in all the way from Cebu. So thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Yasmin, for coming all the way here. So, just as overwhelmed as I was, but just as happy as I am now.
Anong advice nila sa'yo?
Their advice to me was just to be myself and do whatever makes me happy. So, which is why I'm doing this now, because with their support, I know they have my back, so no matter what happens.
Oliver, na daw phone-in question here. Are you single now and looking? Single and searching?
I am single now, but not actively searching. If I'm fortunate enough that, the perfect person comes into my life, why not? But, right now, I'm focusing on myself, on my responsibilities. But again, we're not closing any doors.
Thank you, Oliver.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Oliver. Hi. Hi, Oliver. I'm
hi.
Rachel from Fem.ph.
Hi, Rachel.
I know that you studied in Australia and you also worked there. What made you decide to go back to the Philippines and start your own long-term here?
So, when I was in Australia, studying there, working there, I realized it was it was hard for me to balance an actual career in both fitness and in law at the same time. And because of that, it was really difficult for me to choose just one. I love the law and I love fitness and sport, but I wasn't quite sure if I was willing to sacrifice one for the other. So I was fortunate enough that here I have my family, I have my support system. I guess it's easier to have like a pseudo career where you can do law and still pursue fitness and sport, which is why I ended up deciding to fly back here in December of 2021.
What kind of sport are you into?
Where do I begin? I've competed in swimming, basketball, track and field, CrossFit, Olympic weightlifting. I've done volleyball, badminton. So yeah, those are the sports. And I'm currently learning golf. Not any good at it, but learning.
My goodness, that's a lot. Grabe.
Chinese garter lang yung sa...
Chinese garter too, basically.
Ayan.
Pakyan, Chinese garter, Shanto.
Ang dami. Bakit ganun kadami?
It's always challenging, always fun. Like, I've loved physical movement ever since I was a young kid. So every chance I could get to go outside and play with my friends, I'd take it.
Kaya naman pala advocacy talaga. Anyway, can you just describe what your usual day is as a lawyer? Like, how do you run your firm? I mean, gaano ba ka-busy yan? Or describe lang kung paano.
So my usual day would be me showing up to the office at 8, usually after I've already worked out in the morning. So, I check all the documentation that came in that was delivered to our firm the day before, check emails, have my morning coffee, talk to my colleagues. So my partners and my associates are also good friends of mine. So our work environment is pretty chill, pretty happy. And yeah, I guess it can be a bit unpredictable at times, diba? Like as a lawyer, you have set days where you know when you have a hearing, when you know you have a meeting with clients. And sometimes you never know who walks into your office. It's a potential client who has an urgent problem, or it's an existing client with an emergency. So, I've always been the type of person who loves routine, but it's nice to have that, a bit of excitement every now and then. So those are usually how my days go.
Ayun, last question. You were never on TV before, but the first thing that you got was something that really required you to open up about your love life, ganyan. Paano yun? Parang, did you feel stressed or parang okay lang na to talk about it in front of everyone?
Well, admittedly, again, I didn't quite know what the exact questions were going to be on that show. So, I just tried to answer as normally and as naturally as I could. So, I feel like, everyone has, parts of their private lives that they want to hide and stuff, but I feel like I'm just an open book. I'm more than happy to share. So, yeah.
You had an idea what the segment requires. Like, you've seen an episode before going into it.
So, only after I got the call was the first time that I quickly searched on YouTube on what the show is about. I've always been familiar with Showtime, but I never actually saw Especially For You before that. So I quickly watched, and I was even admittedly a bit nervous because sometimes they ask for you to showcase your talent. So I was thinking, what can I possibly show on TV if they ask me for a talent? So luckily they didn't ask for a talent portion. So
Thank you so much and good luck on your career.
thank you so much.